What's going on, everybody? It's Childish back out of the game, coming at you with another Summoners War video. And in today's video, we bring you guys a monster balancing update here. It looks like COM2US wanted to mix it up here for the upcoming season and see if this is going to be enough for you to come back into the game. If you guys are excited about this monster balance patch and want to see more content from this channel, as always, fam, do me a favor, show your support, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and as always, hit the notification bell so you guys know when the next video drop. In addition to that, if you guys are in the Dallas, Texas area, or you are not too far away, take a look over here on the top right. I got a QR code here to go ahead and let you guys know about the Summoners War Tour of America that's going to be going down here in Dallas in June 24th here at 2 p.m. It's going to be at the Hero event. Again, it's going to be a super fun event. I don't know if a lot of you guys have had a chance to go to these events before in the past. They're absolutely amazing. We have quite a few people come out there. We do a wide variety of events. So you guys can win some nice little treats in addition to doing some fun RTA. Of course, there's a lot of different activities to do at these events alongside just meeting a couple other people out there that are as passionate about the game as much as you are. In addition to that, I won't be, of course, the only content creator to be out there. We got a couple of notable names here, Nox, Zerpolita, and Catchugo, as well as a couple of the local content creators, YouTubers, and streamers likely going to be out there as well. So if you guys are definitely down for that, please stop on by. I will be there that weekend. We'll be attending the Summoners War Tour of America. I hope to see you guys there. Okay. Again, let's go ahead and get into it, man. I tell you what, these monster balance pads, like it's just like it's interesting for me because we've always made the joke about COM2US. They always say they're paying close attention to user opinions. And so we've had some times where that was the case, sometimes it was not. So I'm really curious to see what your guys' feedback on that. And again, we got to start out, with the elephant in the room here because they didn't want to waste any time here. They put this on the top of the list. The water hollyberry, where Macaroon got here, Manon, made some adjustments here. Again, this is one of the most toxic units in the game right now. And if I recall correctly, originally it was a stun chance with 100%. They nerfed it down to 50%, but now they brought it back to 100%. But now made it so that the passive only goes off if you hit its surrounding players, right? If you hit it, then it's not going to go off here. But again, to me, if they were to do something like that, I just don't understand why they would increase the stun rate up to 100%. That really makes zero sense to me. I'm not going to keep it. I'm going to keep it 100, guys. I do not like the change. I don't think it needed to go up to 100% chance. I think the change, even just to exclude itself, was irrelevant because of the fact that, generally speaking, units like this, they're running revenge. You know what I'm saying? For some additional chances to counterattack a stun. And again, now with a 100% chance to stun, you got to imagine they're going to be running revenge if they're not, and just utilize a high amount of resistance on the side to kind of combat the offset will set. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I really don't like the change. I'm going to keep it 100 with you. I feel really bad for anybody that has to deal with this on a regular basis. I don't even have the unit, and if I had the unit, I wouldn't be really happy about it because I just don't think it is. It's nice to have RNG units in there, but this is just one of those units out there that just kind of literally ruins the fun, in my humble opinion. And again, regardless if I'm a turn one player or not, it's just, I don't know if it's good for the game. I don't know if it's good for the game here. But anyways, fam, take a look at the other changes here for the Fire Hollyberry. This is the one that I have. Increases your defense by 30% when using a skill. And then increases your attack speed by 20-30% until the next turn starts here. So this is that third skill. Get a little bit more bonus on that defense here. So again, we got a lot of tankiness coming to this unit. And it's going to slow like I said, it's going to allow you to keep that ability up a little bit longer because of the fact that the attack speed decreasing here. So in addition to that, Dark Harleyberry, nice little change there. Cooldown time increase. I think this is another one of those units that was outrageously strong, but again, it's super rare because a lot of people don't have it. So yeah, I think it's a warranted cooldown time increase here. Now the water archangels, the water battle angels, water and light battle angels here, raise spears. The damage that was coming into play for attack speed and power is now just going to be attack speed, and I respect that. I do respect that change. I think that was something that it led to because when you think about the light battle angel and what it can do, what its basically its intentions are, it already had a lot of things going on with it. So the fact that they made it so that you can get value out of going turn one, utilizing its skill set, but also getting a ton of damage, like. It's more of a utility-based unit. It's not supposed to be a damage-based unit on top of that. So they made the change. And that being said, though, because of the fact that impacted the water one, they made a change in the water one here to increase the additional damage up to 10% here. And then now it's going to go to 3% of the target's max HP as well. So again, this is one that I actually pulled, but haven't really built because I'm not a big fan of utilize. Like I would utilize it for like TOA hard and hell and whatnot. But if for those that don't know, I literally have touched TOA hell like one time, did stage one. I cannot be bothered to push myself through that. I'm not trying to go try hard on that. I just like I'm done with that part. You know, I'm done with that part. I've done many years of TOA. Like I don't even want to get into it. Dice Magician here. The ratio of enemies targets remaining HP is going to be adjusted, readjusted, increased. So I'm curious to see how that changes it, because if I recall correctly, this was a free-to-play unit. This was a Hall of Heroes unit, and now people are going to have the opportunity to utilize this alongside other units out there that can manipulate the HP, something like a Molong per se. So if you don't have, if you're looking for other units out there that you can bind alongside with this, maybe you got another Nana or something like that you can mix into there to get some free stacks, get that turn 1 KO. That's going to be fun. So yeah, definitely excited about that change here. Puppeteers, the group of units here that, you know, came into the game and then everybody forgot them like 3 days later, right? Couple of changes going on here. Fire, Wind, and Dark got that stun increase to a 10% chance. Then the Water and Light got improvement on the attack speed of the ally for 1 turn here on that improvise skill. Ventriloquism, the passive, is going to be pretty cool because the silence for 1 turn. I think the overall skill, it was nice to have, but the 2 turn, I think it actually is going to make a legitimate impact here. Of course, you still have the accuracy resistance check here that you're going to have to deal with, but I do like the change. Again, I think this is the one based on the attack power of the thing, if I recall correctly. So I'll have to take a look at that. But again, if you manipulate the attack bar with your other units here, you can you know, get a little bit more value, get some free silences in there. So I do like the change here. Light Puppeteer, Puppet Ball, removes harmful effects of all allies, now grants immunity to all allies for 2 turns. Again, I do not recall the remainder of his skill set, but I remember that Light Puppeteer wasn't something that when all the whales picked up, they were going out of the way to build it. So I'm gonna have to ask those whales to see, you know, if this thing would, you know, dramatically impact the unit here, because again, we got a lot of units out there in the game that provide immunity alongside a lot of other amazing abilities here. So Dark Puppeteer, Marionette passive, made a crazy change, dare I say the best change in the balance patch here. Now we'll be gaining immunity against attack bar decreasing effects, and we'll remove all inability effects on the allies at the start of each turn and increase the attack power of allies with removed inability effects by 30%. That is pretty disgusting. Like literally this unit went from 0 to hero. I'm pretty excited for anybody out there that did pull it. So congratulations to you guys on that change. And for those of you guys that have been around the game that have pulled the Fire or Dark Archangel, this little punishment here, I do like it, right? You know, you got the recover of HP of all ally by 20% of the damage dealt. Again, this provides a way of making this one nice tanky, and now you can you could always do it on tankiness, but now you can, you know, set it up for a damage build. So now you get a little bit of damage, a little bit of heals, and you get the immunity for the Fire one there. Dark Angel, of course, already was discussing, they're already doing a ton of damage based on his passive. So now you get a little bit of heal on top of that. Like, that's really going to be a nice little change. Again, we'll have to wait and see, you know, what kind of damage multiplier, or sorry, no, what kind of damage, you know, people can come up with, what kind of builds they can come up with there. I do like it though, because I love to see like random support units out there, mixing it up, playing with damage builds, you know, something that people don't expect, so that you can get a little bit of value out of it if somebody bans like your only DPS in your RTA lineup here. Light Weapon Master, Final Strike, damage increased by 20%. I guess this was a unit that didn't get a lot of love, but hopefully this 20% increase is going to be enough. I hope they did some good testing on that, because you know, sometimes when they put the damage increases in there, it's just not, you know, there's not a lot of testing there, and they kind of overtune it. So happy to see what those changes come into play here. Plasma Bomb increases the skill cooldown of a selected enemy target by 1 turn. I do like that, alongside the bomb that's going to be coming into play. Very good. But more importantly, Demon Water Hunter, what the heck am I talking about? The Water Demon, repeated nightmare passive, revives with a little HP and full attack bar. Now revives with a little HP and gains a turn instantly, which is absolutely amazing. No one liked the fact that you would get the full attack bar here and still get cut. You can still, this thing can still get manipulated. Like, this now is definitely going to be a unit out there that I'm going to play around with. Like, can you imagine like throwing in this one in the mix here against some like turn 1 comp here, and now having another opportunity to you know, sneak in there and do it, and people can, you know, potentially like manipulate the amount of HP that this thing has, so it essentially can like sneak in there. I think of it like at the, what's that fire unit that when you kill it, you know, it heals up, you know, the whole party, similar to that. The Fire 4-star unit that I'm talking about, I can't think of the actual name here. I know I'm slacking over here, but you know, that kind of reminds me, like, I would totally build this one in a super low damage fashion, so that Like if he does try to go turn one cleave, you know, he maybe does his strip and all of a sudden, oh my gosh, like he stripped it. I got low HP. I got the Nemesis sets on there. I get the kill. You know, he gets the kill. I come up there, come back, and then I snipe one of his units with that second skill, do some massive amount of damage. So that's going to be fun. Definitely going to be playing around with that. I think you guys will be too. I think it's going to be good. Water Dragonite Flow, little improvement on the HP. Don't think it's going to make or break the unit, but you know, hey, they're trying to give Chow some love here. You know, go for it. Fire Sea Emperor, interesting change here. Increases damage by 30% if the enemy has a harmful effect. So again, got multi hits going on here. You get the stuns here, and now you're going to get a little bit of additional damage. Similar to my Dark Dragon here. Now if it has that, you know, harmful effect, that stun here, but now if you you know, combine this alongside other units out there that have, you know, multiple harmful effects here, you're going to get a little added value, as this is one of those units out there that people have built in the past with damage, and now they might even do that as well. You know, you got the damage increase here, you got the artifacts for additional damage, you know, with all those hits coming into play. So I do like the change. I do like the change here. Dark Sea Emperor, though, King of the Ruins passive, decreases the HP of all enemies, except the target by 30 to 40% of the damage dealt. So very interesting indeed. Curious to see if anyone's going to build it up, so that'll be kind of cool. Let's take a look at this one here. Water Arm Master, definitely a fun unit out there. Real strong unit that came out when it was introduced out there. Definitely a nice little counter to all the people that are coming in there doing turn one. Enemies or allies remove harmful effects. The attack bar of all allies will increase by 15%. Now it's 20%. Now when the enemies remove beneficial effects, the attack bar of the ally with removed beneficial effects will also be increased by 15%. Now it's to 20%. So again, a little bit of improvement. And I felt like it was originally 20%. Then I got reduced to 15%. I don't know if that's the case. You guys correct me in the chat if I'm wrong there, but I thought it was already that case here. But anyways, now let's just forget everything I just talked about and everything I will be talking about after I introduce units in here. The only unit that matters, okay, in the Spalish Pants here, the #1 unit that everyone's talking about, Dark Beast Rider, okay? Dark Beast Rider. I just haven't had one, obviously. Late Night Ambush, a little bit of improvement there on the skill 3. Not only do we have the AoE damage with the attack bar reduction, now it has a silence to go alongside with it. So this is kind of cool because, again, I already have a Ren built that has the reduction of the attack bar alongside the silence for 2 turns. Even though this is a 1-turn thing, this kind of allows me to combine the usability of Ren alongside it. It like literally brings in Ren into this one. So this is really, really good because, of course, I utilize other units out there that have the attack bar manipulation, the Poseidon, the Chung Pung, the Wind Robo, stuff like that here. So, you know, we're going to get, you know, just a little bit more value in case, you know, some other units out there don't get stunned. Now we got that silence and, you know, can kind of slow them down as well there. So now Fire Cassandra removes all harmful effects, granting yourself with a fatal damage here. And I think, isn't this the one that gets the Endure? I think it is. That's good that they remove the harmful effect here. Wind 1, attacks against enemies will always have a tribute advantage. So this is kind of like a Wind Theo, right? Or something like that. I think so. Fire, Wind, and Dark Hero Strike increase the damage per beneficial effect granting yourself, which is cool because I thought there was a unit out there. I don't remember which one it was. It provides beneficial effects, or you get if you get the Endure, then that helps out, and then whatever other beneficial effects you get. Okay, so yeah, a nice little change here. Vision of Athena for the Water and Light one. Increase your attack bar 100% after using a skill. Pretty nice. Again, you're going to be cycling through skills quite a bit. You use a violent, you know, set on this one. This one's going to be going ham, like it has with other units in the past here. Water and Light Bayek, Elite Ambusher here. It used to just increase the attack bar by 20%, but now it decreases it and increases your attack bar by the enemy's attack bar decrease, which isn't this basically like an absorb? Am I missing something here? I might be trying to look at this all too quick here. So yeah, I don't know. Dark Bayek for the 0.001% of people that have it. The stun target for 1 turn removes beneficial effect. Now removes 1 beneficial effect of stuns for 1 turn. I'm honestly surprised that this wasn't the original way it was done. Makes 0 sense to not have that set in play. And then effect that increases your attack by 20% if the target is stunned. So that's obviously really good. The Ezios, Fire, Wind, and Dark here. Now stuns with that Nimble Assault. Light 1, Air Assassination. Decreases. They remove the decreases of the skill cooldown by 1 turn of enemies dies. And they have adjusted the damage here. So that's going to be good. Going to be doing some good damage here. Again, Light Ezio was one of the ones that got criticized because it was too close to like the original one that we all got as a free-to-play unit. So yeah, I'm glad to see those changes here. Again, let's just keep it brutally honest here. It seems like this is like almost every single time, certain units come out here. It's like there's something about the balancing of the units that they're just not in a good place. They're either overtuned or undertuned, especially with collaboration units. These ones seem to be a little undertuned, right? I saw no reason to like wail out because none of the units out there were just outrageously good alongside, some of the LD5s or whatever. But, maybe now with the recent change, people will, be looking forward to messing around with it. I'll tell you what, I took a look at all these fire succubus here. There's a couple of changes that are really, really nice here. But I will say this, the light one, Curse of the White Knight, I do like this, right? Because, this 2-turn sleep, it seems like a budget Hathor, right? We don't get that attack bar reduction here, but we do get that. And then this could give you another argument like to utilize units out there with sleep and, go back to like the sleeping meta and just kind of control the playing field. Again, more accuracy resistance check. We're going to have to go with that as well. But it is nice to see that that change. So excited to see what kind of combinations of teams that people utilize with that one, as well. Let's take a look here. Let's see, striker rejection. Funny enough, puts the enemy on target under sleep for 1 turn. I thought that was already the case, but maybe that was not, or maybe it was one of those skills that like it would hit him, but it wouldn't knock him out of sleep if it was in it. I don't know. Dark Succubus here. Damage proportionate to the enemy's attack speed and your attack power now is to your attack power, just straight up here. So you'll do a little bit more damage. Or you were originally doing a little bit more damage. Now it deals damage that ignores 50% of the enemy's defense. Okay, so curious to see what kind of new damage will be coming in now. Let's see if that makes a dramatic change here. Cobalt Bombers, trying to get some love, a little bit of extra damage here. And it won't land as a glancing hit, which is great. Let's see here. Water Wind Alike at the time bomb change, increase the attack bar by 10% per bomb you installed on the enemies. Very, very cool. It's going to allow you to go ahead and cycle your abilities here. Water Ricochet, Delicate Whip here. Like the little change in this one. Used to be, just basically a little recovery ability. Got the stun on there. And then now the damage, the damage would be increased if it did some stun. Now you got the ability that says increase your attack bar by the ratio of the HP lost. And guarantees stun for 1 turn if the enemy is granted with a harmful effect. And decreases the cooldown time if you defeat an enemy. So, not really sure where people are going to go out of the way to utilize this one. There was a little bit of added value originally, versus units that are immune to something like the Fire Monkey King. That could have been a fun one to utilize it on. But again, it's very, very niche, depending on what you incorporate it in. So I don't know. We'll have to wait and see how people implement that into the meta. Fire and Light got the changes to the damage here, increased by 50% per hamper effect, which again, people sometimes don't realize how strong that actually is. I think that's really good for Light Ricochet. Light Ricochet, of course, is a very, very popular one that people utilize to get the, I think it was the debuff enhancement, right? You get the debuff elongation. So you're obviously utilizing it alongside a lot of other units out there that have the harmful effects. Now you're going to get a little bit of added bonus just by bringing in the damage as well. Dark Ricochet, another free-to-play unit out there, has the Devil's Whip improvement here. Decrease the skull cooldown time of Devil's Whip if the enemy is defeated. And now each attack has a 70% chance to provide the defense break, which I thought it was already in the play here, but maybe it wasn't. Fire, Water, and Light Magician damage increased by 30%. Not really sure why they did this. I don't think that was necessary, but we'll take it since the Light one does have this passive that provides a little bit more damage on their attack power, whatever like that. Light Branding Magician, Small Grudge passive, now removes 1 beneficial effect even when you don't have less beneficial effects on the enemy. So this is obviously really, really good because this is another free-to-play unit out there that we got in the HOH that now people can constantly utilize to provide those strips when needed. So again, for some of you guys out there that get in such situations where you bring in 2 strippers, they ban one, and then you utilize one and they have double immunity and, the strip misses and it's like, oh, okay, game over, right? Because you can't do anything else. Well, if they leave this one in, you're going to have multiple opportunities to do it. And the cool thing about it is that, that first skill and ability, has the opportunity to get the additional turns. So you got multiple chances possibly to get yourself some additional strips in there. So this is another one of the users out there that I obviously use with the spare. I like the spare set of this one. And I think it's really, really useful route, seeing that you don't have to rely on that as well. So really, really cool because You know, if you want to, like I said, if you want to protect it, now you can put will on it without worrying about, you know, the other opponent having the harmful effects here. So love the change there. Definitely, I think it's going to be utilized quite a bit here. And again, it's a stripper, it's a speed lead. It provides some added value for people out there that are missing certain things in their composition. So I think we're going to really see this one in the Guild Wars Siege. Offense or defense, kind of hard to say, but I think it's going to be still useful nonetheless. That's going to be pretty much it, guys. There's you know, quite a bit of changes here for me personally. You know, the biggest changes that I think were made, you know, for the better, for the worse, right? For the worst, in my humble opinion, the water holly berry. Definitely don't like this change here. Dark puppeteer LD5, huge change there. So that's going to be, you know, very, very nice. Again, it's just for the 2 people out there that have that one. I really do like the fire and dark archangel changes there. I think that's really going to be beneficial. I think another one that's going to really impact the meta though, my biggest ones, the ones to watch here, I think the water demon is really going to come into play. I think it's going to be another unit out there to throw in there in a turn 2 comp when you're trying to cut in there. If you need some kind of an interrupting unit. I do like the I didn't mention the water beast rider. I don't know how much is that going to increase here, but you know, maybe it could now. We'll see. You know, the whole change with the meta right now and super tanky for bruiser, it's going to be kind of hard to do damage, you know, based on the enemy's lost HP, unless they, you know, go against somebody else that's going turn 1 as well. I think that's going to be a big change here. I do like, I said, the light succubus as well. Nice little change there. And then I would say the light branded magician's right up there in the top 3 for the biggest changes out there. Again, I'm probably missing one of the units, so don't laugh too hard if I do miss it. But if you guys can give me your top 3 in the chat down below, that would be amazing. Looking to see what kind of changes you guys think are the top ones and which ones you're looking to incorporate in your lineup. Okay, that's going to be it, fam. Thank you all so much for tuning in. It's your boy Childish, Childish Plays. Check it out. Take care. We'll see you all in the next one. We're out.